solution to this. I'd be interested to know how you'd feel if it was your wife or your mother or your daughter that was having this kind of potentially life-threatening operation keep being counselled.
36 charities have now written to both sides in the dispute, urging them to restart negotiations. The current standoff, they say, in the absence of any continuing negotiations, is not in the public interest. Whatever the current state of public opinion, there will be longer-term damage to public trust and confidence in the NHS. But the anger of junior doctors outside the Department of Health in London this morning shows there's little hope of compromise anytime soon. Neil Connery, ITV News.
Well, as that fourth strike continues in England, ITV News has learned that the number of medics applying to work abroad has jumped dramatically since the new contract was imposed on junior doctors. Our health editor, Rachel Younger, has written about what she found out, so just head to itv.com/news to read her blog. I'm also joined now live in the studio by Sara Hunt, who is one of the charity chief executives who signed a letter calling for an end to the strikes, which you heard about there in Neil Connery's report. She's from the charity ALD Life, which supports people with a deadly genetic disease. Caught up in the traffic, glad you made it. You all right?
Yes, fine.
Good,
Thanks.
excellent. Tell me why you and your colleagues felt the need to write this letter expressing the views that you did.
Okay, well, when a profession that takes a sacred oath to preserve life feels the necessity to take strike action, this surely indicates that there's a serious issue that shouldn't be stuck in a political stalemate. It sets a dangerous precedent for future strike action, and the potential repercussions for National Health Services and public health can't be ignored.
But is there a direct effect when you and your colleagues within the charity, and all of the other charities, there's mine as well as your own, people who might have expected to go and have an operation and a procedure suddenly find, and they've already got mental difficulties or brain problems, that that's not going to happen? Does that compound the problem?
Well, of course it does. Yes, definitely.
In what way are you seeing that affected?
Well, I think we would hope that both medics and the government would use this as an opportunity to get back round the table and reach a realistic compromise, because, as I said before, the effects on public health, the repercussions could be very, very serious indeed, and we don't want to see people's health further damaged by what we think are unnecessary strikes that could be sorted out.
But to be clear on one final point as well, you are, and all of the charities involved, you're not beholden to government, although you may get some money from them. This was a commitment that the government wanted to achieve, has said it will achieve. Do you accept that the government has a right to say, we will have a 7-day NHS in England?
I think they have a right. I think everybody has a right, but they also they have a right and a duty of care to the people that are going to carry out that work.
And the burden upon you increases if they don't.
Absolutely.
All right, Sara Hunt, thank you very much. And again, my apologies that the traffic was such a bind for you.
Okay.
I'm glad you were able to join us. Thank you. Now, after